Slamdown is sponsored by WWE SmackTalks and Impact Fan Nation. Welcome to another episode of Slamdown Livestream. We're going to be covering everything Raw. Now, normally I'm quite critical on Raw. I've actually got to say I'm impressed. It was a lot better than previous Raws. Wasn't the greatest. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say Raw was amazing because it really wasn't. But to compare what we had previous shows, I'd say it's an improvement. Definitely an improvement. It's still got a long way to go. There was a lot of parts that felt like it was dragging. And a lot of parts which were quite boring. So it is still a mixed bag. But like I said, it wasn't the worst. You know, I can think of a lot worse Raws they've had. The one thing that I can really, really praise is I love the way that they're using Samoa Joe. I think the whole way he's used is brilliant. I think his gimmick's on point. I can't fault Samoa Joe in any way. Everything they're doing with him, I couldn't praise it enough. The only thing to me is when Roman Reigns was in the ring, I got the total vibe that Roman was heel. It felt like a heel promo. It's I'm trying to think the best way to say it, but yeah, no, it didn't feel like a heel promo at all, which is quite surprising. You know, we've been wanting him to turn heel for a long time, and it seems like now the WWE seems to be listening. Yeah, that's the way I got that, because Samoa Joe was very over. You know, the fans were cheering Joe, booing Reigns. And I know Samoa Joe's been playing the bad guy, but I didn't feel like Samoa Joe was actually being the bad guy in this. Definitely the way it was done, it felt like it was a flip over. That's what I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it a flip over. If this is right, if they continue on this route, it will be even better. But like I said, it's, you know, you can't really hold too much hope when it comes to the WWE. I don't want fans to get overexcited, because, you know, we get overexcited and then they probably won't do it the way we want to do it, and yeah. we're better off just thinking, okay, it's going right at the moment. See how long it lasts. But like I said, it was definitely an improvement. It was definitely a better showing. I want to say really nice things about this Raw. So I don't want to slag it off too much, but the whole starting the show with the Samoa Joe Roman Reigns statement was done perfectly. I like it that it led to the match. I did kind of feel that parts of the show were in the wrong order. You know, the certain way they put things. I think they could have had the card laid out a lot better. You know, I would have rather had Samoa Joe taking on Roman Reigns near the end. I wouldn't have had Nia Jax and Sasha Banks to be the last match on that card. Yeah, I'll just have had a different layout. But then that's my personal opinion. I also get the vibe that Finn Balor, they haven't really got anything for him at the minute, because he seems to be bouncing around. I get that he hasn't lost any matches yet, but it just seems like they're just bouncing him around so they can find something for him. It's like Graves has got nothing for him. And another question, another thing that's been bothering me a little bit, we haven't seen the Demon King. And I can't understand why we haven't seen the Demon King, because that's what we loved about Finn Balor. That's what people got excited about. And we haven't seen that. But another quick thing that's bothering me, we haven't seen Darren Young for a long time. And I can't work out why. I don't know I don't think he's injured, so I can't see any other reason why we haven't seen him on Raw at the moment. Because I thought he made a comeback and then he's disappeared again. That's the impression I've got, but it's hard to say with the WWE what they're doing and stuff like this, you know. You know, I didn't think we'd see Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas for a while, and then suddenly they appear on the screen and they're teaming with The Miz. So, and I'm a bit surprised that they're changing Miz around a little bit. Don't know if I like it, but like I said, we'll have to wait and see. But the Samoa Joe Roman Reigns statement of the show was done perfectly. You know, like I said, Roman Reigns saying this is my yard, being very sort of heelish and standoffish, I kind of liked. I thought that fit him a lot better than previously how he's been playing that character. I thought this was a very defining moment for Roman Reigns, and I'm just hoping they continue with this heel movement. If they do, I think it'll get Roman Reigns a lot more over with the fans. I think it'll make drastic improvements. And I think that's the way they need to go with it, and I think that would be better than the way they have been going with it. So yeah, definitely a drastic improvement compared to previous. Then we got into the Hardy Boys taking on Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Now, I'm still gutted that they broke the Bullet Club up. I think it was the wrong move, because they could have capitalised on that brilliantly. You know, one of WWE's biggest threats is New Japan, and New Japan is getting better. They're coming over to the USA more. To be honest, I don't think it'd be long till they actually get a TV deal over in the USA. So I think the WWE needs to be quite wary of New Japan. And, you know, it's like I said, if you had the Bullet Club, and I know they can't be called the Bullet Club, but you get where I'm going with this. If they capitalised on that, that would have been perfect manoeuvre to do. You know, because no matter how many times New Japan rebuild the Bullet Club, it's not going to be the original Bullet Club. You know, because you think about it, really, the only originals there are the Young Bucks. So WWE could have capitalised on that, and they didn't. And I can't really work out why. God knows. But I will say one thing. I know this is a bit off subject. There is a very, very small possibility, because I don't think it's going to happen, but I am going to put it out there. There's a very small possibility we could see Al Snow return to the WWE. For fans that don't know, Al Snow has been released from Impact Wrestling. From what I've got from it, it's to do with them having too many producers. And they wanted to cut down on producers. That's why they've let Al Snow go. I've still said that I think Al Snow would have probably been better just moved to a trainer. You know, he runs his own wrestling school. Use that to your advantage. Make him just a trainer and that side of it. That's what I would have done. But I can possibly, I can see Al Snow either being put in developmental in the WWE, working down there as a coach. You know, there's plenty of roles that the WWE could offer Al Snow that he would fit in. But like I said, I just think that could happen, is the best way to put it. So if you're hanging on my every word and think it's going to happen, don't. I'm just giving my opinion and thinking what the WWE would do. Which really, I shouldn't really think like that, because I don't think any of us can predict what the WWE is going to do. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it like that. But we could possibly see Shane Helms make a return. Which I could see that happen, because, you know, the whole Cruiserweight Classics at the minute, and Gregory Helms being the longest reigning Cruiserweight champion for the WWE. So I could see that actually happening. I know I don't like to make predictions, but I can actually see that happening. I'm just going off with, you know, what he's done in the WWE in the past, and to me it just makes more sense than anything. That's the best way I can really put it. So don't hold your hopes on that, but there is a possibility we could see that happening. But the Hardy Boys against Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, it was a good match. It wasn't anything brilliant or anything over the top. It was just a good match. That's it. I hate to say it so bluntly and as blasé, but that's all it was. It was just a match. It wasn't anything amazing, or wasn't really anything that made me go, oh my god, wow. It was just a match. I hate saying things like that and putting it like that, but that's what it is. That's what it is, you know. One thing about me, I say it how it is, and it's exactly what that was. It was just a match. You know, it didn't really stand out for me. It didn't make me think, oh my god, wow. After that, actually, what happened after that match? We saw Elias Samson singing his guitar in the ring, and then Finn Balor came out. The Drifter didn't look too happy at that, and he went off. Bo Dallas came down, so it was Bo Dallas taking on Finn Balor, which we all knew it was going to be a bit of a squash match, but Bo lost and Finn Balor won. But then after that, we saw Finn Balor getting attacked by the Drifter backstage, which is probably leading to a match up, probably at Great Balls of Fire. I can't believe I want to say this, but the Great Balls of Fire actually is starting to look like it could be a really, really, really good card. Well, I don't really say that often. I'm never really positive about how good a card's going to be. But that has really got some potential. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I'm just going to say how it is. It's got potential to be actually a pretty good show. But we'll just have to wait and see. We saw Seth Rollins come into the ring. And for a lot of people that don't know, he was announced as the cover star for WWE 2K18, which I will say looks actually quite good. I know it's a Raw show, but I want to just drift off a little bit to 2K18. The thing I like, especially in the text, when they described the game, where they said new game modes, deeper creative, and also they've stopped the support for last gen. I know there's some people that are not happy about it, but you've got to realise Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 are old consoles now. You know, the Xbox and the PlayStation 4 have been out for a long time. You know, I'm surprised that they've been doing it that long for the 360. You know, but it just means because it's been that long. Now there isn't. Sorry. Now I'm tying my words up here. Because it's been so long with support, and now they've suddenly stopped support for it. It's brilliant because it now means that the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 4 versions are going to get more attention, and that they can use, if they wanted to, use a higher frame rate. They don't have to worry about dividing the team to work on two consoles now. So hopefully it should give us a lot better game, because if we're honest, the last one, it was kind of crappy. You know, when the game came out, it was half complete. They had to bring out a load of patches. You know, it was goddamn awful. It's like now, I can't remember the last time I played it, and I only play it if I get really bored. So it really is bad. But even though it's bad, I'm just looking forward to what this game can be. But let's go back to Raw itself. Bray Wyatt interrupted him and didn't believe he was buying the idea of Rollins as a man of the people. The Reaper of Souls once appeared on the Titantron to try to tear Rollins down through the Kingslayer calm dismissal of Wyatt as a coward was enough to draw of words out of the hiding place and into the arena. It turned out to be exactly what Rollins wanted. Yeah, it was alright. It weren't great, it was alright. And next, the boring cruiserweights. And I call them the boring cruiserweights because it's just crap. TJP is a brilliant athlete and he's been used badly. Tawazawa has been used badly. Why have you got Titus O'Neil down with him, trying to get him in the Titus brand? It's just, oh, here we go, ridiculous crap. It's just always ridiculous crap. We had the Samoan Joe taking on Roman Reigns, which was a really good match, actually. I was surprised how good it was. I was invested into it. I didn't want this match to end the way it did. I wanted this match to go to the end, which is, to me, is a good thing. Let's say Samoa Joe gets the title. Don't think he will, But if he gets the title, then they could do Samoa Joe against Roman Reigns, and it would... people would be invested in this, because I was invested in this match. At the start, I thought, oh, we go, Roman Reigns is going to get over, typical. But it was done brilliantly. A lot of back and forth, really, Roman really pushing Samoa Joe, and Samoa Joe really pushing Roman Reigns. But Samoa Joe got the victory by, on the Titantron, we saw this ambulance reversing, and Braun Strowman come out of the ambulance. And which led Samoa Joe to be able to get behind Roman Reigns and put in the clutch and choked him out. As Roman was lying on the floor trying to get his breath, Braun Strowman came down, beat up Roman Reigns and said at Great Balls of Fire, an ambulance match, which I'm looking forward to. It's already got me excited. We saw an episode of Miz TV where the Miz had two monkeys at the side and a present in the middle for Maurice. Called Maurice down, apologised, and as she opened presents, it was the grandfather clock that she got him, and he fixed it and said, this is for the both of us. Dean Ambrose came down, and because of Ambrose, Miz managed to knock Marie's drink into her face, tried to attack Ambrose. Ambrose moved out of the way, the Miz went into the clock, the Miz left the ring. Then the two monkeys attacked Dean Ambrose, and the two monkeys were Kurt Axel and Bo Dallas. So I'm guessing this is going to be sort of a 3-team faction that they're going to do at the minute. They're actually going to give Kurt Axel and Bo Dallas something useful. We'll wait and see, but it's got potential. After that, we had Raw Tag Team Champions Cesaro and Sheamus taking on Apollo Crews and Titus O'Neil. Don't really get why they've done a match like this. It seems like Raw is slimming down its tag teams. Because if you think about it, you've got the Revival, you've got Cesaro and Sheamus, the Hardys, R-Truth and Goldie are broken up. I can't think of another tag team. Well, Apollo Crews and Titus O'Neil now, apparently. They're a new tag team. See, they did all this shuffle to improve on the tag teams, and it feels like Raw has slipped up. And I'll get more into why I think they've slipped up. But yeah, we knew it's Cesaro and Sheamus were going to get the victory in this match, and the way it ended. We saw Nia Jax taking on Sasha Banks. Next thing you know, after the match, it basically just ended up with them two in a match. Then every other woman came out. Then Bayley came out, and then Alexa Bliss, Nia and Emma went into retreat. That was it. So we're probably going to see a 3-on-3 next week. Same things all the time. It's just boring. We saw Raw General Manager Kurt Angle come out to the ring. Had Enzo Amore and Big Kaz out there, the Revival and Big Show. Talked about, so I had to ask Big Show if it was him. Big Show said he was insulted after Kurt's known for so many years, and they might have to find Big Show might have to walk onto another show. I don't know if that's a hint that Big Show is going to SmackDown, or I don't know. I just have to wait and see. After that, we saw him confront the Revival, and the Revival said they didn't do it. They got alibis, and Kurt Angle acknowledged they got alibis. Cody Graves interrupted, said he had some footage to show, and on that footage it shows that Big Kaz faked being attacked. And so looked at him saying, was it you, Kaz? And Big Kaz said, yes, I did it. And then started to say about he was fed up of carrying Enzo Amore from Raw and on NXT, putting up with his nonsense. Really went to town on Enzo Amore. And I had a feeling this was going to happen. I did have the feeling that they were going to put Big Kaz over. It was a bit predictable that Big Kaz was going to go over because apparently Vince McMahon likes Big Kaz. So, and we did see Carmella even tweeted about the incident and supporting Big Kaz. We have seen on a lot of Raws that it's Big Kaz that's always doing the saves. So we have seen that. So they have gently teased this. But what do you do about Enzo Amore? His mic ability is brilliant, but his wrestling ability isn't great. Can't really put him in the cruiserweight division because, like I said, his movability is not great. What do you do with Enzo Amore? I think that's going to be the problem. I think Enzo Amore would probably make a good manager, but I can't think of what else would be good at. But this, to me, I quite enjoyed this, and I really enjoyed the way Big Kaz turned and the promo. So I'm not going to be too heavy on Raw because it was an improvement in parts, but overall it was okay. I'm not going to say it was bad, it was okay, and that's the best I can markup I can actually give Raw. Yeah, and that's it. I want to say a big thank you to everybody listening. We will be back tomorrow with SmackDown Live review. This has been me, your host Ashley Friend, and I'll see you again tomorrow.